Welcome back, Crypto Rico here with another one. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Put on that bell notification so you too can be notified when we're over here experiencing the abundance of money, man. You guys do not want to miss out. Also, do not miss out. $100 giveaway. Simply like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, tag me and a friend on Twitter. That simple, that easy. Win $100. Use the tips and tricks in the video to make it grow, or simply go spend it. None of this is financial advice. I'm bringing financial awareness to a crypto space that is changing on the hour, every hour. With that being said, out the way, I got to give a massive shout out to one of my brothers in crypto, and that is RTR Crypto. This was a very educational read right here, and I'm going to go through it and give some of my insights of this. But I have to give him a shout out, and to learn a little bit more about DeFi. Let's double down on the potential of decentralized finance, and I got to learn some things, and I hope that you guys can as well. And I think it's important to try to educate us ourselves, one as influencers, but as community members, as active crypto enthusiasts, and we can spread the word in a positive way. So we got decentralized finances bringing finance to the unbanked, as well as fairness and transparency to the financial industry. DeFi takes power from dangerous centralized entities such as governments and international corporations, which take advantage of citizens and consumers alike, and gives the power back to the people, okay? Back to the power to the individual, that's back to us. And I really believe that this is what not only FEG token has been doing, but the whole DeFi space. And that's why I strongly believe in what FEG has been doing with smart DeFi. And I got some great insight right here with what RTR Crypto bust down for us, right? We got, thanks to decentralized finance, financial services become more transparent and accessible to all. The once public servant turn authorities, as well as shareholders in the 0.01% and beyond, hoard assets and technology instead of allowing those who need to create wealth for their families and the generations that follow. That is huge for me right there. That is big. We need to shake up the system. We need to shake up why kids keep being born into poverty. This is huge right here. Simultaneously, the people shoulder the added cost of increasingly centralized managed economy, saying that they're benefiting from us and we shoulder the extra taxes. We take all that weight on, and while they're over there, passing their money on generation to generation, we're not getting to. So this is a very powerful article, to be honest with you. We have, for instance, interest rates on student debt are astronomical. For the government got into the student loan industry, guaranteeing the debt and thus driving the price of education through the roof. Now, along with general inflation, the costs are financially paralyzing, and indeed have paralyzed many financially. And that is sad. We see students, people who want to do better and give back to society. They can't do nothing with all this debt, all these student loans. The jobs don't exist. Furthermore, students bear the loan of considerable credit card debt while going through school and trying to balance their finances out. It's really hard to do this. I live in Las Vegas. I go to the Starbucks right by the college, and I see all those kids. So this is stuff that can help. Every city, every state, every country that has kids and that are getting student loans wrapped up, and even prevent before it even gets to that. And we're going to show you how right now. They receive hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loans, yet they can't get a $1,000 credit card or $1,000 credit card loan to start a business or a mortgage. That's crazy. If you really think about that, how can we, give them $15,000, $20,000, depending on what, major they might get, but tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loans, but we can't even get them a place to stay. That's kind of weird, it doesn't add up right there. So even if you have tens of thousands of dollars in cryptocurrency, some credit cards have 20 some odd percent interest rates. Personal loans have 18% interest rates, and etc. Okay, we're gonna keep going. There's some more stuff up in here. You have to meet higher and higher qualifications to get even a small loan. Furthermore, announcements have been made that even financial requirements won't be enough to receive a loan, with institutions potentially looking at something akin to social credit score, which that is scary. We don't need that right now. We need to, kind of take things into our own hands right now. That can be bad. What if your social credit score doesn't let you, we're not going to get too deep into that right now. I'd rather educate you guys how to prevent that, okay? So we got the issues of centralized loans, okay? The centralization of finance manipulates and damages livelihoods all around the world. People lack access to basic banking services or are buried in depressing and absurd amounts of debt. This is true. It's untenable situation. In certain countries, people use this was epic to me. In certain countries, people use their cell phone minutes as currency. Clearly, there is a need for an asset that can be traded back and forth between the people so that they can have their own monetary system, not dependent upon one central entity overseeing their lives. This was huge for me right here, and I want you guys to let this sink in. People are trading their minutes on their cell phone as currency. That blew my mind right there. That blew my mind right there. And I got to give another shout out to RTR Crypto. And this is very important. We need to help not only those people that are doing that, but, prevent people from getting to those stages. That's crazy right there. Obviously, there's a need. If people are trading cell phone minutes, come on now. We have unlimited phones here in the States. So there's definitely some work that we could do on our side to help out. When credit was available, people ended up going after car title loans and short-term high-interest loans, and generally, they then buried themselves in even more debt, maxing out credit cards that they can't pay back because our governments have been shutting down small businesses and placing limitations and restrictions amid the great lockdown, which the IMF dubbed the government shutdowns across the world and known generally as the pandemic. But small businesses got rocked. Small businesses got rocked really hard. A lot of mom and pop stores. This is our way to give back by educating everybody on not just the use cases of DeFi, but the need. This is a necessity. This is more than just us making more. There's a need for this. Let's keep going. People are just not able to run a business for income so they can put food on the tables for their families. And the over-leveraged world is becoming even more over-leveraged. The debt bubble is going to blow up. Due to the stimulus package, people are not going back to work, thus creating increased inflations with the dollar, which loses at least some of its power as the world reserve currency. Every day we move to a more multipolar reality, and that is very true. People are kind of, the dollar's going to lose its power. It has not been backed by gold since 1972, 71. It has not been backed by gold since President Nixon took it off the gold reserve. So really right now, what's been helping the dollar is that everybody does transactions in dollar. It's a petrodollar more than anything. And we're not going to get into political stuff and all that stuff, but I just want to let you guys know that people are starting to trade with more multipolar different currencies, and that is something that's happening, and we need to get ready for that. Enter DeFi. DeFi is resistance finance. Its apps are tools of global revolution, putting an end to the nightmare that is the traditional finance system, as we see more and more of these banks and institutions saying you can't buy crypto on your credit card, which you pay back with your own money, that they are obsolete institutions becomes more clear. So, they're saying that we can't buy crypto or do nothing, but it's our own money. That means that this is not fitting into our day-to-day. Banks close at 5 or 6, but we're still spending money past 5 or 6 p.m., right? Some banks are not open on the weekend, but are you guys still not paying bills and buying lunch and not doing things on the weekend? So obviously there's some disconnect with the bank system and how our day-to-day works today as far as 2022 goes, okay? So where are we at? Okay, so we're right here. DeFi can offer lending, margin trading, insurance, and more, all without middlemen, who can instead replace with trustless data-driven oracles and smart contracts. And you guys tap in on all my smart DeFi videos, all my fake token videos. This will literally get you up to speed on how we have lending protocols. We have I haven't seen the margin trading, but I know we have a lending protocol through Smart DeFi, and this is going to continue to grow. And I'm sure there's a lot of aspects that Rox the Alien himself is going to continue to grow with this Smart DeFi that we have. That's the new system. There's a big movement behind it. It's the direction we are all as a species is going. And it emphasizes the individual in the Western tradition. It's time to create a financial system for the people built on a trustless and decentralized platform. It is time to challenge. It is time to challenge the traditional financial system. It is time for DeFi. And I love this writing. I love this thing that RTR Crypto did. This was just epic. It was huge for Fake Token, not just for Fake Token, but for everybody, for DeFi space. And that's what I like about Fake Token. It feels, and that's why I've always been rocking with Fake Token since last year. It feels like it's doing something bigger than just Fake Token. Okay, shout out to the Fake Scholars. We're teaching kids in the Philippines about not only DeFi, but just, helping kids learn more about financial institutions in general. And this is huge, and this is bigger than just all of us. So continue to come back, experience the abundance of money with me. Till next time, you guys know what it is. Later.